They said Marcus and Evelyn were the kind of couple you didn't see anymore, childhood sweethearts from a small Georgia town. He was quiet, hardworking, the kind of man who fixed his neighbors' cars for free. She was beautiful, ambitious, and had that way of talking that made you feel like you were the only one in the room. They met in high school, dated through college, and by 26, they were married. To everyone in town, they were perfect. But inside that house on Magnolia Drive, things were starting to break. Evelyn had big dreams, dreams Marcus couldn't always afford. He worked long hours as a mechanic. She worked part-time at the bank. And slowly, her smile stopped lasting as long. Then came his brother, Caleb. Where Marcus was quiet, Caleb was charming. He had a good job in real estate, dressed sharp, and knew how to make Evelyn laugh again. Marcus never thought much of it. Family was family, after all. Until the night everything changed. This story isn't one you'll forget. If you're ready for a journey through betrayal, lies, and a truth revealed too late, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and stay tuned till the end. You won't want to miss a moment of it. It was a Friday night. Marcus had stayed late at the shop, trying to finish a customer's car. When he got home, Evelyn wasn't there. Her car was gone. Her phone, straight to voicemail. He waited. Midnight. Then 1. Then 2. By 3, he was pacing the living room. When the police knocked on his door at dawn, Marcus knew, before they even spoke. They'd found Evelyn's coworker, Daniel Boyd, dead behind the bank. Shot twice in the chest. Evelyn's purse was found nearby. Her fingerprints, and Marcus's, were on the gun. They said Marcus did it out of jealousy. That Evelyn and Daniel were having an affair. In court, Evelyn cried. Told the jury she loved Marcus, but that he had a temper. That she was scared of what he might do if he ever found out about her friendship with Daniel. And when the prosecutor held up that gun with Marcus's fingerprints, she turned away, tears in her eyes. It took the jury 4 hours. Guilty. Life in prison. With a chance of parole, after 15 years. Marcus didn't fight it. He just looked at Evelyn one last time and whispered, "You know the truth. Prison changes a man. The noise. The smell. The silence at night when you realize, no one's coming to visit." Marcus kept to himself. He read. Worked out. Learned how to survive without losing his mind. The first few months, he wrote Evelyn letters, every week. She never replied. After a year, his brother Caleb came to visit. He said Evelyn had moved away, sold the house, and was trying to heal. Marcus nodded, but said nothing. He didn't blame her for moving on. He just wished she'd told the truth. 14 years passed before he got the call. A technicality, the lawyer said. Evidence mishandled. Case reopened. DNA on the gun didn't match Marcus. They released him, without apology, without compensation. Just a duffel bag, a bus ticket, and a cold morning sun. Low strings music begins. When he stepped back into his hometown, the world felt smaller. Buildings changed. Faces aged. But the pain, that was the same. He went to his mother's house first. She cried when she saw him. "Your brother's been helping around the house," she said. "He's done well for himself." Marcus nodded. Tried not to ask. But before he left, he saw the photo on the mantle. Evelyn. Standing next to Caleb. Smiling, in a white wedding dress. His brother's arm around her waist. For a long time, he just stared at it. Not in anger. Not even in shock. Just disbelief, how two people could bury you, and still sleep at night. A week later, Marcus saw them in town. Caleb, parking his shiny black Mercedes. Evelyn, stepping out in heels. They froze when they saw him. It was the kind of silence that could cut through bone. Evelyn tried to smile. "Marcus," she whispered, "I didn't know you were." "Out," he said, calm. Yeah. 14 years early. Caleb cleared his throat. Look, man, what happened? It was a long time ago. We all did what we thought was right. Marcus looked at him, then at her. What you thought was right, he said. I did what I thought was love. He walked away. But the past wasn't done with him yet. 2 weeks later, a detective named Ramirez came to see Marcus. Turns out, Ramirez said, your brother's fingerprints were found on the same weapon. In the ballistics, they didn't match your supposed gun at all. Marcus froze. Caleb? The detective nodded slowly. He's under investigation. Looks like Daniel Boyd wasn't just Evelyn's coworker. He was her boyfriend. Caleb found out, and things got ugly. Marcus said nothing. He hadn't gone to prison because Evelyn framed him. He went to prison because Caleb used her to do it. And she let him. That night, Marcus drove to their house. He didn't go inside. He just stood by the fence, watching the light from their living room. Laughter. Music. A perfect life, built on his ruined one. When Caleb came out to take the trash, their eyes met. You knew, Marcus said quietly. Caleb froze. I don't know what you're talking about. The detective came by. Caleb's face went pale. He stepped closer. You don't understand. It was an accident. He came at me first. Marcus raised his hand. I don't care anymore. Caleb blinked. What? I don't care, Marcus said. I spent 14 years angry. 14 years wishing you'd pay. But that's not my burden anymore. It's yours. Soft wind ambience. He dropped a small envelope at Caleb's feet. Inside, copies of the new case file and Ramirez's card. Marcus turned to leave. Tell her, he said. Before they come knocking. As he walked away, Evelyn stepped out onto the porch, her eyes wide with fear. For the first time in years, Marcus saw guilt, not love, in her face. 3 days later, news broke across town. Caleb Jennings, charged with second-degree murder in the 14-year-old death of Daniel Boyd. Evelyn tried to testify, but her statements only made things worse. She admitted she knew Caleb was there that night, that she helped him dispose of the weapon. Both were arrested. Marcus watched the coverage quietly from a small diner outside town. No satisfaction. No joy. Just silence. When the reporter asked him how he felt, he said only one thing. Justice doesn't bring back time. Months passed. Marcus started volunteering at a mechanics school for ex-convicts. He told them his story, not for sympathy, but to remind them that sometimes, the system fails, and people fail harder. He still drove past that old house sometimes, the one where Evelyn once kissed him goodnight, where love had turned to betrayal. It stood empty now. Windows boarded up. Grass overgrown. A ghost of everything he'd lost. But for the first time in years, Marcus didn't feel haunted. He felt free. In the end, Marcus never got revenge. He didn't need to. Because some truths destroy people all on their own. And sometimes, the real sentence doesn't start when the judge speaks, it starts when the lies finally come to light. Because justice doesn't always come in court. Sometimes, it comes years later, at the door you least expect.